there is a problem brewing at hand. There is a problem, financial crisis which is there. But what exactly is stopping them of not telling the customers, of not having a word with the customers and giving them actually the reasons for which their flights are cancelled, and why are they made to feel this trouble? So the operation staff is just not having a word with us, but we are going to be there on the ground, make you have a word with more customers who are facing the troubles because of the financial crisis which Go First Airlines is facing, and also the troubles which they are facing with Pratt and Whitney engines. Back to the studio.
All right, to stay with us, Piyush. In fact, Piyush did try to speak to someone from Go First. And let's listen into that conversation.
Facing a financial crisis, but what is the problem?
It's all operational reasons, sir. Already informed. Already it's in the news channel.
Yeah.
1 minute, sir.
Okay.
All right, and joining us on the broadcast is Aniruddha, also from the Guwahati airport right now. Piyush, of course, continues to be at the Delhi airport. Aniruddha, if I could come to you right now. There are several passengers in Guwahati, of course, who are also facing troubles because of the cancelled flights. Have you managed to speak to some of them? What are they telling you? Have they been issued refunds? Have, they managed to make their journey on another airline?
So not only passengers from Guwahati, Nupur, passengers from Srinagar and several other passengers are facing trouble because of this financial crisis being faced by the Go First airline. In fact, we had a word with one of the passengers who were to travel to Guwahati, but they could not because of the grounding of the airlines. Now, what we were told was that these passengers were lucky; their money was refunded, but it was not refunded fully.
Right.
So yes, the customers are facing a problem, and it is not.
Piyush, stay with us. That question was actually meant for Aniruddha. Aniruddha, can you take us through what passengers are saying in Guwahati?
Yes, Nupur. In fact, it was a lot of trauma for the passengers who arrived here early morning to catch the 10 a.m. flight that was supposed to go to Delhi. But the sudden cancellation of the flights had led the passengers to face a lot of trouble. Though the passengers were assured that they will get a whole refund of the tickets, it has been learned that the passengers were not getting it as of now. Though most of the passengers have went back or have on urgency, they have booked another flight and have made way with the travel. The Go First is still way to come out with a clear message. In fact, we will also try to get a word with the Go First officials who are here at the Guwahati airport, but they have declined to make any official comment on the entire issue so far. But yes, there was a panic situation here at the Guwahati airport early today morning because, to catch the 10 a.m. flight from many far-flung areas of Assam, people have arrived here early morning from around 6 to 7 a.m. in the morning. And when they got to know that their flights have been cancelled, some were traveling, some had connecting flights. So it was a whole lot of chaos here at the airport in the morning. But as of now, the passenger movement is normal here. There were, as I was telling you, there was only 2 flights today, and both of them have been cancelled. And if we also see the departure board, they're also on the departure board.
Right.
The flights of Go First airlines are no longer being shown. Nupur.
All right, to stay with us, Piyush, as well as Aniruddha, we're going to come back to you now. The CEO of the crisis-hit airline, Kaushik Khona, spoke exclusively to Republic TV. He said that the airline has grounded nearly 28 planes, more than half of its fleet due to the non-supply of engines by Pratt and Whitney, and that has resulted in a fund crunch. Listen into that excerpt.
Bad day for you out there.
Very bad.
Very bad. Worst day.
Never dreamt of this. When I rejoined the Go First on 14th August 2020, the job and the target and perhaps the vision was to make the airline spring back and get 72 aircraft in operation as soon as possible. This was never thought of. Unfortunately, Pratt and Whitney, the engine manufacturer, has completely deceived us. It's been a horrible story for last 3 years.
Now,
And yeah,
can I just interrupt you there? First point is, Go First is part of the Vadra group,
absolutely.
right? As we know, Nasli Vadra and the Vadra family are one of the biggest names in Indian business. Why would, and the owners of Britannia, why would the Vadra group face a funds crunch? Why would you just back the airline for longer? Just want to get that question out of the way.
Well, I think it's a very relevant question, and perhaps it may be in the minds of many.
Yes.
And just to give you a perspective, Vadra Group is perhaps the longest living group to the extent of knowledge which I have. It's a 287th year of existence.
Yeah.
And Vadra Group is known for the longevity of the businesses. The Britannia, which you talked about, is 103 years old.
Yes.
Bombay Dyeing is 150 years old.
Right.
Bombay Burma is 160
So
years
why are you
old.
giving up on Go First?
It's not giving up. I think we are pushed to wall by Pratt and Whitney. I mean,
How can you be pushed to the wall by an American company? Don't you have a contract with them?
We have contract. And we have a lot of, I would say, obligations which Pratt and Whitney has agreed.
How many planes do you have?
As of now, as we speak, we have taken 56 aircrafts powered by Pratt and Whitney engines. And total we have, as of now, operating around 55 aircraft.
You mean more than half your planes are grounded?
Absolutely. More than half of the planes are grounded. And
What's wrong with the engines? What's gone wrong with the engines? Just in layman terms, if you can explain.
So engines are like they are failing. They are failing like I mean it's like a pack of cards.
You don't have a warranty? I mean, just very layman terms out here, Kaushik. If I buy a car or I buy a pressure cooker, there's a warranty. Are you saying an engine of a plane carries no warranty? I mean, it's bizarre.
No, I think it's very important to know that Pratt and Whitney, when it started to market these engines, they not only gave us the representation that these engines are going to last for more than 15,000 hours, they also have signed a warranty agreement with us. They also have signed a fleet maintenance program with us, which gives us right to the engines being serviceable.
So why don't you go and fight them?
So we actually, we thought that Pratt and Whitney, being such a large organization, they would have senses that they have to perform their obligations. We continuously pestered them for last 3 years. Unfortunately, they kept on saying that, yeah, they have some issues, they are trying to do it.
All right, let me go back across on the ground to our reporters who are joining us from Delhi's IGI airport and the Guwahati airport. Coming to you, Aniruddha. Aniruddha, even as passengers, of course, continue to face a large amount of inconvenience, Go First says that it can't really help this because they've been pushed to the wall by Pratt and Whitney. Tell us more about that. Aniruddha, can you hear me? All right, obviously there seems to be some audio trouble with Aniruddha over there. I'm going to put that question quickly to Piyush Ori. Piyush, Pratt and Whitney, of course, have now issued a statement saying that they are doing all they can. However, this matter is still in arbitration and there are legalities involved. So tell us more about that statement.
So definitely, after the damning allegations that was levied on Pratt & Whitney, an American company, by Go First Airlines, which is also the third largest private airline in our country, there was a statement that was issued by Pratt & Whitney in which it said that they are committed to the Indian market and they will continue to provide all the valuable services and valuable products which they have been given to not only the Go First Airlines but also several other aircraft. However, as you rightly said, that this matter is under arbitration. This matter is under the legal purview, and we have to wait and watch that what actually is the legal recourse that is going to be taken. However, the issue from the court over here is that there are customers who are facing troubles. There are customers who are facing a harrowing experience because 28 of the 56 aircraft of Go First Airlines has been grounded, because of which the customers are not able to go to their required destinations. The aircraft are, their flights are being cancelled and they are facing a harrowing experience. In fact, we had a word with some of the passengers over here, and they told us about the ordeal which is being faced by them. We are also taking a view from the employees over here, from the operational staff of Go First Airlines. They are not willing to speak of what actually stopped them of at least communicating with the passengers, because the major grievance of the passengers over here is that at least there should be communication which should be given by the employees of what are the alternatives that can be given if their flights are cancelled. So yes, this is the view from the ground. The passengers are facing troubles. The employees and the operational staff of Go First Airlines are silent of the problem which is being faced by their customers, and we are also seeing a major legal issue being faced between the Go First Airlines and Pratt and Whitney engines. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Piyush Ori reporting on that. Stay with us. Piyush, in fact, did try to speak to some of the crew of Go First, and they seem to suggest that the airline has been grounded due to operational reasons.
And that you are facing a financial crisis, but what is the problem?
It's all operational reasons, sir. Already informed. Already it's in the news channel.
Yeah.
1 minute, sir.
Okay, yeah. Patch karo yaar. Yes, sir.
हाँ.
Sir, please do not do that. Sir,
हमें
please do not do
we
that.
are not
Please, it's a
authorized to
request.
sell.
Please, sir.
Okay.
What you're doing is unethical.
And that you are facing a financial crisis, but what is the problem?
It's all operational reasons, sir. Already.
All right, so as the crew over there seem to suggest that there are operational reasons for the grounding of the fleet. Do remember that Go First has filed for bankruptcy, and the reason that has been given largely is because of Pratt and Whitney not complying with obligations that they had with the airlines. Now, the matter, of course, is in arbitration already, and there have been several favourable rulings for Go First. You are watching Live and Breaking on Republic TV. On the other side, after action-packed day 1, Prime Minister kickstarts day 2. Road shows and rallies are on the cards. From Amit Shah to Yogi Adityanath, the BJP goes all out as campaigning enters its final stretch.
जब हर एक भारतीय की शक्ति लगेगी, हर एक भारतीय का परिश्रम लगेगा, विकसित भारत का सपना भी हम जल्द से जल्द पूरा कर पाएंगे। मुझे विश्वास है कि इसी भावना को रिपब्लिक नेटवर्क भी निरंतर सशक्त करता रहेगा। और अब तो अर्नब ने बता भी दिया है, वो ग्लोबली जा रहे हैं। भारत की आवाज को एक नई ताकत मिलेगी। मेरी उनको भी बहुत शुभकामना है। इतना बड़ा काम ऐसे नहीं हुआ है तो इसके लिए पहले आधार को संवैधानिक दर्जा दिया गया। 45 करोड़ से अधिक जनधन बैंक खाते मिशन मोड पर खोले गए। अभी तक 28 लाख करोड़ रुपए डीबीटी से करोड़ों लाभार्थियों तक पहुंचाए गए। डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफर, कोई बिचौलिया नहीं, कोई कटकी कंपनी नहीं, कोई काली कमाई करने वाले लोग नहीं। और डीबीटी का सीधा सीधा मतलब है डीबीटी यानी कमीशन बंद, लीकेज बंद। इस एक व्यवस्था से ही दर्जनों योजनाओं कार्यक्रमों में ट्रांसपेरेंसी आ गई।
You're now a part of the Narendra Modi-led present-day government. How do you see the different styles of functioning? And do you think that the style of governance is what leads us to this track on transformation?
The capability, expertise and the attention to detail, that insistence has been there with Prime Minister Modi. In 9 years, Prime Minister Modi has built 74 additional airports, heliports and waterports. We've doubled it to 148. But our ambition does not stop there. In the next 5 years, we will take that number to upwards of 200 in our country.
What are the thresholds of transformation? What must be continually transformed as an individual, as a society, as a country to stay relevant? We are talking about civilizational reawakening. What does transformation mean?
Look, change is an order of the world. Everything has to change. If anything doesn't change and if it gets stagnant, then you have to see that something is not right there. But change towards the better, we call transformation. So the baseline for transformation is physical, mental, emotional and spiritual comfort.
अब जो मैं बताने जा रहा हूं वो जानकर रिपब्लिक टीवी के दर्शकों को भी जरूर अच्छा लगेगा। आपको याद होगा 2019 में इसी रिपब्लिक समिट में मैंने कहा था कि पीएम आवास योजना के तहत हमने 5 साल में 1.5 करोड़ परिवारों को घर दिया है। अब ये आंकड़ा बढ़कर 3.25 करोड़ से ज्यादा हो चुका है। इनमें से ज्यादातर घर उसका मालिकाना हक हमारी माताओं बहनों के नाम पर है। करोड़ों गरीब बहनें, मैं आज बड़े संतोष से कहता हूं, लखपति दीदी बनी।
डबल इंजन सरकार कर्नाटक को आगे ले जाएगी। क्या रिवर्स गियर चाहते हो?
ಮೋದಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿಷದ ಹಾವಿದ್ದಂಗೆ. ಇದು ವಿಷ ಅದ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೋಡೋಣ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೆಕ್ ನೋಡೋಣ, ನೆಕ್ಕಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿರಿ, ನೆಕ್ಕರು ಸತ್ತ.
कांग्रेस ने देश के किसानों के साथ भी हमेशा विश्वासघात किया। ये कांग्रेस के लोग कभी मेरी कब्र खोदना चाहते हैं, कभी मुझे सांप बुलाते हैं। सांप तो भगवान शिव की माला है। फैसला कोई भी हो, इस बात की चर्चा नहीं होती कि उनके पास लोगों के लिए क्या एजेंडा है।
आपके दुख सुनने के बजाय अपना दुखड़ा आपको सुनाते हैं। जो आपके सामने आकर रोता है कि मुझे गाली लग रही है।
A very good morning. It's 10:30. I'm Samiksha Srivastava. Now, there have been unexpected turn of events in Maharashtra politics after Sharad Pawar announced that he would be resigning as the NCP chief. The question, however, remains if he's going to reverse that decision, and if at all, if that is not the case, who is going to be the next NCP chief? Tracking all that and more, starting first with the top headlines. Pratt and Whitney releases statement, says complying with March 2023 arbitration ruling related to Go First. Amid crisis, Go First cancels flights. Several passengers face inconvenience as they are left stranded at the airports. A day after Sharad Pawar resigned as NCP chief, NCP senior cadres to hold meet. After action-packed day 1, Prime Minister kickstarts day 2 roadshows and rallies on the cards in Karnataka. From Amit Shah to Yogi Adityanath, BJP goes all out as campaigning enters its final leg. And we continue to track all the latest from Maharashtra, where there have been a lot of political developments in the last 24 hours, especially after the NCP chief, who's now the former NCP chief, said that he would no longer be serving as the NCP chief. The question still remains if he's going to be paying heed to the demands being made by the NCP cadre, saying that Sharad Pawar should take back his decision on resigning from the post of the NCP chief. The visuals right now coming in are visuals of Sharad Pawar, who's seen reaching the Vice Shawan resident, who's seen reaching for a meet. We're given to understand several NCP leaders, including the likes of Ajit Pawar, Supriya Sule, Jayant Patil, Praful Patel, are present for that meeting, which we understand is happening at YB Shawan Hall in South Mumbai. Going across to Alisha. Alisha, the question still remains whether Sharad Pawar would be taking back the decision, and if not, who's going to be the one who would be taking over the reins from Sharad Pawar?
Well, Samiksha, yesterday when Ajit Pawar has made it very much clear that Sharad Pawar is going to reconsider and he will announce his final decision in the next 2 to 3 days. But today what we have been saying that there are a series of meetings that have been lined up, whether it is in Silver Oak or whether it is at Ajit Pawar residence, that is official Bangaloor Devgiri itself. But what we have been witnessing now that Sharad Pawar, who has already reached YB Chawan, and he is going to meet district heads as well as the other office bearer leaders in YB Chawan, not only Sharad Pawar but as well as Supriya Sule and Praful Patel, who has also reached YB Chawan. So right after the resignation of Sharad Pawar as the NCP chief yesterday, we saw that there was an immediate protest that was called in from the workers of the NCP, demanding that they were making a request to Sharad Pawar that he should reconsider his decision and take back his resignation. Rather, the fact that there were also other district level leaders who also resigned from the post and requested Sharad Pawar to reconsider his decision. But we know that Ajit Pawar has mentioned that the final decision will be taken in the next 2 to 3 days, is what Ajit Pawar has said about this while speaking to the media. But today even there are series of meetings that is going to happen where Ajit Pawar, Supriya Sule, Praful Patel, Jitendra Awad and the other senior NCP leaders are going to hold this meeting.
All right, Alisha, stay with us. So, of course, the pressure they're being mounted on Sharad Pawar to take back his decision, while we're given to understand that those in the fray for the NCP chief position include the likes of Ajit Pawar as well as Supriya Sule. Also listening to a reaction that came in from an NCP leader earlier who said that he's been putting pressure on the now who's still the NCP chief, Sharad Pawar, to take back his decision.
कल जो हमारे नेता, सर्वोच्च नेता आदरणीय पवार साहब, इन्होंने उनका जो राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष पद है वो छोड़ने की बात कल उन्होंने कही, और एक पूरे देश में, महाराष्ट्र में एक हड़कंप जिधर उधर निर्माण हो गया। और इस कारण मैं जिस जिले से आता हूं, बुल्ढाना जिले से, कल हमारे जिले में भी दिन भर कार्यकर्ता होंगे, पदाधिकारी होंगे। उन्होंने पवार साहब ने इस पद पर रहना चाहिए और उन्होंने इस पद पर रहकर राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस पार्टी को आगे बढ़ाना चाहिए, ये सभी का मत जो था मैंने उनको बताया। उन्होंने मुझे बताया कि कल दिन भर जो घटनाक्रम महाराष्ट्र में हुआ, यहाँ हुआ, मुंबई में हुआ, और उसको सामने रखते हुए मैं 2 दिन में प्रमुख नेताओं से बात करके मेरे निर्णय के बारे में आपको इत्तला करूंगा।
All right, so there you heard several of those NCP leaders who maintain that they want Sharad Pawar to retain the post of NCP chief. Meanwhile, we're given to understand that the rift within the Mahavikas Aghadi has only been whitening. This even as the Congress reiterates that there is nothing wrong within the Mahavikas Aghadi. It's Congress Nana Patole who's again reiterated that the resignation of Sharad Pawar will have no impact on the unity of Mahavikas Aghadi, and that it is internal party matter. So that's the statement that's coming from Nana Patole, who said that the resignation of Sharad Pawar from the post of NCP chief will not have any impact on the Mahavikas Aghadi whatsoever. Listening to the reaction that's just come of Congress leader Nana Patole.
नहीं, कोई परिणाम नहीं होगा, क्योंकि आखिरी महाराष्ट्र ये शाहफुल अम्बेडकर विचारधारा का है और मुझे नहीं लगता कि एनसीपी ऐसा कोई गलती करेगी कि जो इस विचारधारा के परे जाएगी।
ऐसा भी कहा जा रहा है कि अजित पवार के को लेकर जो चर्चा हो रही थी उसे रोकने के लिए शरद पवार साहब ने कदम उठाए।
उनके पार्टी का मामला है, अंतर्गत मामला है, अध्यक्ष पद छोड़ना रखना किसको बनाना उनके पार्टी का मामला है और इस पार्टी के मामले में हमने हस्तक्षेप करना ये बराबर बात नहीं है।
And news in brief from across the country. Prime Minister Modi is all set to address an election rally in Dakshin Kannada in just a while from now. More than 2.5 lakh people from 13 assembly constituencies of Dakshin Kannada and Udupi districts are expected to participate in the rally. The Supreme Court is all set to resume its hearing on same-sex marriage today. The petitioners have argued that Section 4C of the Special Marriage Act recognizes marriage only between a male and a female, discriminating against same-sex couples by denying them matrimonial benefits, including adoption, retirement benefits, among others. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has asked state ministers to begin a sit-in demonstration outside Nobel laureate Amartya Sen's house in Bengal to protest against the university's eviction order. BJP workers in West Bengal have called for a 12-hour bandh over alleged murder of BJP worker on 1st of May. During the Panchayat polls, the workers have also alleged TMC of kidnapping and murder of BJP booth president in the state. Dwarka District Police in the national capital conducted early morning raids and searched locations. At least 20 in the national capital as well as Haryana who were persons linked to a criminal gang. In the raid, we understand weapons, cash and incriminating materials were recovered. Meanwhile, the BSF shot dead 2 Pakistani intruders and recovered 3 packets of suspected contraband from about 10 km north of Rajasthan's border village. The incident took place last night when a patrol party of 13 Battalion of BSF's Gujarat frontier observed suspicious movement in the area. Action-packed day one. After that, Prime Minister Modi today is all set to kickstart his day 2 roadshows and rallies in the state. From Amit Shah to Yogi Adityanath, BJP goes all out to campaign in Karnataka.
दो 2016 में जब मैं देशवासियों कहता था आपकी उंगली पर आपकी बैंक होगी तो ये लोग मेरा मजाक उड़ाते थे। मोदी जी बताइए गरीब आलू टमाटर डिजिटली कैसे खरीदेगा? आज आप देखिए आपकी फिल्म सिटी में भी चाय की दुकान से लेकर लिट्टी चोखे के ठेले तक डिजिटल पेमेंट हो रहा है या नहीं? फाइव जी का रोल आउट हुआ है। हम दुनिया में सबसे तेज गति से आगे बढ़े हैं। 5G को लेकर भारत ने जो तेजी दिखाई है, जिस तरह अपनी खुद की टेक्नोलॉजी विकसित की है, उसकी पूरी दुनिया में चर्चा हो रही है।
Mr. Vaishnav, how soon can we change all the trains in the country? Why do we need bullet trains? Why do we need fast trains at all? That's a transformation. So from tinkering to transformation, tell me what really has changed and what is changing.
Today, Railways thought process, Railways mindset is only and only about performance, only and only about meeting people's expectations, only and only about transforming the economy. Our Prime Minister really thinks that India will become a superpower, and he believes that if we lay the foundation right, then the country will be in the right direction.
हमने सत्ता के माइंडसेट को भी बदला है। हम सेवा का माइंडसेट लेकर आए हैं। हमने गरीब कल्याण को अपना माध्यम बनाया है। हमने तुष्टीकरण नहीं, संतुष्टीकरण को अपना आधार बनाया है। इस अप्रोच ने देश के गरीब और मध्यम वर्ग के लिए सुरक्षा का कवच का निर्माण कर दिया है। ये भ्रष्टाचारियों का कितना भी बड़ा गठजोड़ क्यों बना ले, सारे भ्रष्टाचारी एक ही मंच पे आ जाए, सारे परिवारवादी एक ही जगह पे आ जाए, लेकिन मोदी अपने रास्ते से लौटने वाला नहीं। भ्रष्टाचार और परिवारवाद के खिलाफ मेरी लड़ाई जारी रहेगी दोस्तों, और मैं देश को इन चीजों से मुक्त कराने के लिए प्रण लेकर के निकला हुआ इंसान हूँ। मुझे आपके आशीर्वाद चाहिए। साथियों, आज देश में जो बदलाव आ रहा है उसकी दिशा क्या है, इसको मापने का एक तरीका है अर्थव्यवस्था के विकास और विस्तार की गति। भारत को $1 ट्रिलियन की अर्थव्यवस्था बनने में लगभग 60 साल लगे। 2014 तक हम लोग किसी तरह $2 ट्रिलियन के मार्क तक पहुंच पाए, यानी 7 दशक में $2 ट्रिलियन की अर्थव्यवस्था। लेकिन आज हमारी सरकार के 9 वर्ष बाद भारत आज लगभग $3.5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी वाला देश है।
All right, cutting across to these visuals that are coming in from Bengaluru, where the Bajrang Dal is staging a protest after the Congress released its manifesto in Tuesday, in which it vowed to ban the organization if voted to power. Remember, the Congress in its manifesto stated that it would be banning Bajrang Dal and even equated the Bajrang Dal with the banned outfit PFI. Let's go across to Prajwal also, who's joining us live. Prajwal, a lot of anger on the ground. Bajrang Dal activists staging a protest. What exactly is the sentiment on the ground after that release of manifesto by the Congress?
Samiksha, this is basically happening in the Vijayanagar Assembly constituency, which is considered to be a stronghold of the BJP here, where the South Bengaluru unit president Shafi is going ahead and leading the protest here. But when it comes to the manifesto as well, we also saw that Republic spoke exclusively to the KPCC chief D.K. Shivkumar, to our senior editor Shravan Sen, and he clearly mentioned one thing, stating that the Congress has not spoken about a ban on the Bajrang Dal, but they have stated that they will go ahead and make sure that there will be no sort of unlawful activities which will take place from the Bajrang Dal, and if they do so, then they will go ahead and ban the outfit only in case of extreme scenarios, is something which the Congress is claiming now, because initially it claimed that it wanted to ban the Bajrang Dal, but now they are treading a very cautious line over here, Samiksha, and they're clearly going ahead and stating that if they are involved in any sort of unlawful activities that would disturb the communal harmony, the peace in the region, only then they would go ahead and ban the Bajrang Dal. But on the backdrop of the Congress calling out a ban on Bajrang Dal, now we are seeing protests breaking out in Bengaluru, and not only in Bengaluru but also across the entire state of Karnataka, mainly in coastal Karnataka, which is quite a sensitive place where the VHP is also holding protests along with the Bajrang Dal too, and seems like this will not stop as well, and the Bajrang Dal is basically accusing the Congress of minority appeasement, and therefore they're stating that Hindu organizations are being targeted. And now questions are also being asked as to how right is it on the part of the Congress to go ahead and equate or compare the Bajrang Dal with the PFI, because we also need to understand that PFI had people from the Sinu, the band outfit, who had taken training from Pakistan and then had come back to India and had started spreading terror and had also started training the PFI cadres as well. So this is a this is in stark comparison with what the Bajrang Dal does. So there's been a lot that is going on and happening, but situation remains quite tense on the ground as well. And the Bajrang Dal states that the Congress will have to remove this from the manifesto.
All right, Prajwal, stay with us. So there you see the protest of the Bajrang Dal activists who've been staging a protest after the Congress released its manifesto yesterday. Also listening to that exclusive conversation which we had with Tejasvi Surya, who's responded sharply to that manifesto of the Congress, where they've stated that they would be banning the Bajrang Dal in the state of Karnataka.
On Congress manifesto, we saw one more thing. Congress equated Bajrang Dal with PFI. They said that the organization which was spreading hatred and enmity, they will ban it.
Madam, Congress is desperate. They know they are losing in Karnataka. Therefore, they are trying to polarize the elections by making it a Hindu versus Muslim election. The Bajrang Dal is a service organization which draws inspiration from Bajrang Bali. And Bajrang Dal is an organization that draws inspiration from the values of Hanuman, who is born in Karnataka. And today, Congress party wants to ban and put behind bars those people who say Jai Bajrang Bali. The Congress party hated Prabhu Shri Ram. Now the Congress party has a problem with Bajrang Bali also. On the 10th of May, people of Karnataka are going to teach the Congress party a very, very sorry lesson.
Just one more thing. We have seen a massive support and the crowd we see at the road show. But one thing is there for sure, that now politics has seen a new low. Mallikarjun Kharge insulting Prime Minister Narendra Modi, his son insulting PM Narendra Modi, and then we see DK Shivkumar openly threatening police people. So this new low in politics, how low it will go more?
You have to ask the Congress party. When we think it can't go any lower, the Congress party surprises us by going a step further lower. The Congress party has adulterated India's political discourse to new lows every day. On the 10th of May, for all of these things, for the insult to the Prime Minister, for trying to insult Kannada language, for insulting Bajrang Bali, for all of these sins, the Congress party will pay a heavy price. Please wait till the 13th.
One last question. Fractured mandate.
Full mandate, madam. Full mandate for the BJP.
And we slip in a very short break. On the other side, we'll get you all the action from port-bound state Karnataka, where Prime Minister is all set to hold roadshows and rallies today. From Amit Shah to Yogi Adityanath, BJP goes all out as campaigning enters its final stretch.
जब हर एक भारतीय की शक्ति लगेगी, हर एक भारतीय का परिश्रम लगेगा, विकसित भारत का सपना भी हम जल्द से जल्द पूरा कर पाएंगे। मुझे विश्वास है कि इसी भावना को रिपब्लिक नेटवर्क भी निरंतर सशक्त करता रहेगा। और अब तो अर्नब ने बता भी दिया है, वो ग्लोबली जा रहे हैं। भारत की आवाज को एक नई ताकत मिलेगी। मेरी उनको भी बहुत शुभकामना है। इतना बड़ा काम ऐसे नहीं हुआ है। तो इसके लिए पहले आधार को संवैधानिक दर्जा दिया गया। 45 करोड़ से अधिक जनधन बैंक खाते मिशन मोड पर खोले गए। अभी तक 28 लाख करोड़ रुपए डीबीटी से करोड़ों लाभार्थियों तक पहुंचाए गए। डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफर, कोई बिचौलिया नहीं, कोई कट की कंपनी नहीं, कोई काली कमाई करने वाले लोग नहीं। और डीबीटी का सीधा सीधा मतलब है, डीबीटी यानी कमीशन बंद, लीकेज बंद। इस एक व्यवस्था से ही दर्जनों योजनाओं कार्यक्रमों में ट्रांसपेरेंसी आ गई।
You're now a part of the Narendra Modi-led present-day government. How do you see the different styles of functioning? And do you think that the style of governance is what leads us to this track on transformation?
The capability, expertise and the attention to detail, that insistence has been there with Prime Minister Modi. In 9 years, Prime Minister Modi has built 74 additional airports, heliports and waterports. We've doubled it to 148. But our ambition does not stop there. In the next 5 years, we will take that number to upwards of 200 in our country.
What are the thresholds of transformation? What must be continually transformed as an individual, as a society, as a country to stay relevant? We are talking about civilizational reawakening. What does transformation mean?
Look, change is an order of the world. Everything has to change. If anything doesn't change and if it gets stagnant, then you have to see that something is not right there. But change towards the better, we call transformation. So the baseline for transformation is physical, mental, emotional and spiritual comfort.
अब जो मैं बताने जा रहा हूं वो जानकर रिपब्लिक टीवी के दर्शकों को भी जरूर अच्छा लगेगा। आपको याद होगा 2019 में इसी रिपब्लिक समिट में मैंने कहा था कि पीएम आवास योजना के तहत हमने 5 साल में 1.5 करोड़ परिवारों को घर दिया है। अब ये आंकड़ा बढ़कर 3.25 करोड़ से ज्यादा हो चुका है। इनमें से ज्यादातर घर उसका मालिकाना हक हमारी माताओं बहनों के नाम पर है। करोड़ों गरीब बहनें, मैं आज बड़े संतोष से कहता हूं, लखपति दीदी बनी।
And news in brief as Operation Kaveri goes on in full-fledged. The 12th outbound flight has departed amid the Sudan clashes. The MEA spokesperson has also tweeted saying that 231 passengers are now heading to Mumbai. BJP workers staged protest in East Midnapur, West Bengal, calling for a 12-hour bandh over the alleged kidnapping and murder of a BJP worker, booth president in the state. India's ace wrestler Vinesh Fogart, who's been protesting with top grapplers Bajrang Punia and Sakshi Malik, made accusations regarding formation of the committee to probe the charges that have been made by the wrestlers.
– 2016 में जब मैं देशवासियों को कहता था आपकी उंगली पर आपकी बैंक होगी, तो ये लोग मेरा मजाक उड़ाते थे। मोदी जी बताइए, गरीब आलू टमाटर डिजिटली कैसे खरीदेगा? आज आप देखिए, आपकी फिल्म सिटी में भी चाय की दुकान से लेकर लिट्टी चोखे के ठेले तक डिजिटल पेमेंट हो रहा है या नहीं? फाइव जी का रोल आउट हुआ है। हम दुनिया में सबसे तेज गति से आगे बढ़े हैं। 5G को लेकर भारत ने जो तेजी दिखाई है, जिस तरह अपनी खुद की टेक्नोलॉजी विकसित की है, उसकी पूरी दुनिया में चर्चा हो रही है।
Mr. Vaishnav, how soon can we change all the trains in the country? Why do we need bullet trains? Why do we need fast trains at all? That's a transformation. So from tinkering to transformation, tell me what really has changed and what is changing.
Today, Railway's thought process, Railway's mindset is only and only about performance, only and only about meeting people's expectations, only and only about transforming the economy. Our Prime Minister really thinks that India will become a superpower, and he believes that if we lay the foundation right, then the country will be in the right direction.
हमने सत्ता के माइंडसेट को
Wife of Indian cricket team player Mohammad Shami has moved the top court against the Calcutta High Court order that had dismissed a plea seeking to lift stay on the arrest warrant against Shami that's been issued by a local court. An old bridge built over a river in Srikakulam district collapsed when a stone lorry weighing 70 tons was passing from there. Water crisis was seen in a village in Maharashtra. It was in Maharashtra's Nashik when tribals were seen walking for more than 2 kilometers to fetch water from a well. Many women reportedly suffered injuries while going there.
जब हर एक भारतीय की शक्ति लगेगी, हर एक भारतीय का परिश्रम लगेगा, विकसित भारत का सपना भी हम जल्द से जल्द पूरा कर पाएंगे। मुझे विश्वास है कि इसी भावना को रिपब्लिक नेटवर्क भी निरंतर सशक्त करता रहेगा। और अब तो अर्नब ने बता भी दिया है, वो ग्लोबली जा रहे हैं। भारत की आवाज को एक नई ताकत मिलेगी। मेरी उनको भी बहुत शुभकामना है। इतना बड़ा काम ऐसे नहीं हुआ है तो इसके लिए पहले आधार को संवैधानिक दर्जा दिया गया। 45 करोड़ से अधिक जनधन बैंक खाते मिशन मोड पर खोले गए। अभी तक 28 लाख करोड़ रुपए डीबीटी से करोड़ों लाभार्थियों तक पहुंचाए गए। डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफर, कोई बिचौलिया नहीं, कोई कटकी कंपनी नहीं, कोई काली कमाई करने वाले लोग नहीं। और डीबीटी का सीधा सीधा मतलब है डीबीटी यानी कमीशन बंद, लीकेज बंद। इस एक व्यवस्था से ही दर्जनों योजनाओं कार्यक्रमों में ट्रांसपेरेंसी आ गई।
You're now a part of the Narendra Modi-led present-day government. How do you see the different styles of functioning? And do you think that the style of governance is what leads us to this track on transformation?
The capability, expertise and the attention to detail, that insistence has been there with Prime Minister Modi. In 9 years, Prime Minister Modi has built 74 additional airports, heliports.
Good morning, you're watching Live and Breaking at 11 this morning. I'm Suesha Samantvi to continue to get you all the top updates and election controversies in the state of Karnataka and other top stories that are also making news. First, a quick check of the headlines we are tracking. Prime Minister back on campaign trail in Karnataka. 3 rallies scheduled for the day. Storm over Congress promise to ban Bajrang Dal. Group stages protest in Karnataka. Vadra Congress stands by its call to ban Bajrang Dal if voted to power. DK Shivkumar makes his CM aspiration clear, asks who doesn't aspire in politics. Key NCP meeting underway, Ajit Pawar and Supriya Sule present. And breaking news coming in after Sharad Pawar's resignation as the crisis looms large. NCP committee is all set to hold a crucial meeting at the YB Chavan Centre in about half an hour from now. This committee is to decide the next NCP chief. Sharad Pawar will also be present in that meeting, as an indication has been given that he will continue in politics but not as the NCP chief anymore. But this is going to be a very crucial meeting to decide on the next NCP chief and who really will lead the baton after Sharad Pawar's resignation. The committee has been formed to elect the new party president, and the meeting is set to begin at 11:30, that is in about half an hour from now. This will be under the guidance of Sharad Pawar, and the committee meeting is primarily been called to decide on who will be the next NCP chief. It's a big decision to be taken, as several names are doing the rounds. That includes Ajit Pawar and Supriya Sule, who are the front runners. But who really will make it to that position? Cutting across to my colleague Sanika, who's been tracking all the details on the ground. Sanika, important decision to be made there, because to step into Sharad Pawar's shoes is going to be a huge responsibility. The meeting is set to begin in about half an hour from now. What more are you picking up?
So, Suesha, a lot of developments have been taking place since yesterday. We were at the YB Chavan Centre also yesterday, and at the same location, the top leaders of the NCP are coming back again. We had visuals of Sharad Pawar reaching the location a few minutes earlier. We now know that Supriya Sule, Ajit Pawar are also at YB Chavan Centre. The meeting is scheduled for 11:30 a.m. This is the same committee that Sharad Pawar had spoken about yesterday. Sharad Pawar and other top leaders had spoken about yesterday, which is likely to decide who the next NCP chief is. Though Ajit Pawar yesterday, while trying to placate the workers who were protesting, said that Sharad Pawar has sought 2 to 3 days a time to think over his decision. The committee is meeting today, which clearly states that the NCP has started its hunt for the next party president. What we can now say is that a lot of developments that are taking place. So clearly, NCP is on the lookout for the next party president. In fact, yesterday we also had news that there could be a sort of a tussle in the NCP with Supriya Sule and Ajit Pawar camps lobbying for Supriya Sule and Ajit Pawar to become the NCP party president. There could be a tussle between these two factions as well. The third person in the race to be the next NCP chief is also Praful Patel. So these are the three top leaders who are also part of the committee who are at the meeting right now. In fact, in a few minutes, we will have Alisha live as well, and she would get us more information on what is happening in the meeting and what is the entire situation as far as NCP is concerned. But just giving a sense of what has happened in the last 24 hours as far as NCP is concerned. Sharad Pawar announced his resignation yesterday, that is on Tuesday at 12:50 p.m. while he was launching his book. Just after he announced his resignation, there was a lot of drama with the workers, saying that he must take back his resignation, he must rethink. A lot of leaders, top leaders, also saying that we weren't aware that Sharad Pawar is going to announce his resignation after whatever has happened yesterday. Which comes as a surprise as well, because surely Sharad Pawar couldn't have taken this decision at in the spur of the moment. But just that's what the leaders are saying, that they weren't aware of the decision. Workers staged protests, and to assuage the workers who were protesting, Sharad Pawar told them that Sharad Pawar sort of bought time and said that give me 2 to 3 days time. There were back-to-back meetings as well, which took place in Sharad Pawar's residence, where top leaders met him. Top leaders including Ajit Pawar, Chhagan Bhujbal, Praful Patel, Jayant Patil, all the top leaders of the NCP went to meet Sharad Pawar as well. So this is, and you know, when we saw a response from the BJP on this entire political drama that was taking place in the NCP, BJP has clearly stated that it is NCP's internal matter. But one very interesting comment that also came in was that whatever happens in the NCP directly or indirectly affects and sort of benefits the BJP as well. So these were the statements coming in from the BJP camp as well. Right now we can tell our viewers that fast-paced developments are taking place. A lot of district presidents of the NCP have also come to Mumbai. They are meeting Sharad Pawar. A lot of leaders are requesting Sharad Pawar to take back his decision of stepping down as the NCP chief. But right now, the YB Chavan Centre, which was at the centre of the entire political drama yesterday, is witnessing another meeting of top NCP leaders. Supriya Sure, Ajit Pawar, Sharad Pawar, they're present in the meeting. The meeting is going to start at 11:30, where they're going to discuss who could be the next party president. This meeting is taking place in the presence of Sharad Pawar. Suresha.
And point really is, Sanika, that this is not just limited to the NCP. This is also about the future of the Mahavikas Aghadi and really about the future of the opposition by and large, because the man we are talking about is a political mastermind, and the way he has hemmed Indian politics, not just Maharashtra politics, it is a huge decision to be taken, as Congress's Nana Patole has also reiterated that the resignation of Sharad Pawar will have no impact on the unity of the Mahavikas Aghadi and that it is an internal party matter. Listen in.
नहीं, कोई परिणाम नहीं होगा, क्योंकि आखिरी महाराष्ट्र ये शौफुल अम्बेडकर विचारधारा का है और मुझे नहीं लगता कि एनसीपी ऐसा कोई गलती करेगी कि जो इस विचारधारा के परे जाएगी।
ऐसा भी कहा जा रहा है कि अजीत पवार को लेकर जो चर्चाएं हो रही थी उसे रोकने के लिए शरद पवार साहब ने कदम उठाया।
उनके पार्टी का मामला है, अंतर्गत मामला है, अध्यक्ष पद छोड़ना रखना, किसको बनाना, उनके पार्टी का मामला है और इस पार्टी के मामले में हमने हस्तक्षेप करना ये बराबर बात नहीं है।
Alright, so the point is that this is about the Mahavikas Aghadi that comprises of the NCP, the Congress and the Uddhav faction of Shiv Sena, and very worried about the future of where the Mahavikas Aghadi is headed. This is the Congress certainly trying to cover up, saying that this is an internal party matter and will by and large have no effect on the future of the Mahavikas Aghadi. But like we are saying that in about 20 minutes from now, that meeting is supposed to start. Sanika, I believe you're still with us, as Alisha will also be joining us shortly. But, amid all the speculation, Sanika, on whether it could be Ajit Pawar or Supriya Sule or Praful Patel and the internal politics that is playing out, especially in reference to the particular statements that Ajit Pawar has been making so far. What is your understanding of it?
What is also important to consider while this entire scenario plays out in the NCP is also what would be the future of the Mahavikas Aghadi. Now, Sharad Pawar was seen as a person, as a politician who had formed the Mahavikas Aghadi, who is the mastermind behind Mahavikas Aghadi of bringing these three parties together, the Congress, NCP and Shiv Sena of Uddhav Thackeray. So he was the one who was responsible for the alliance. Now with Sharad Pawar stepping down, would there be MBA? What would be the impact on MBA? What would be NCP's role in it? What would be Congress's role? What would be Uddhav Thackeray's role in it? All these questions clearly arise, and with the kind of news and reports that have been doing rounds in the last few weeks of Ajit Pawar sort of having talks with the BJP, trying to go with the BJP. If the committee decides that Ajit Pawar would be the next president, if Ajit Pawar becomes the party president, would it mean that NCP would join hands with the BJP? Will we see a rerun of 2019? These are the questions that still arise. These are the questions
that are still in every political analyst's mind. And you know what is important is that a lot of people aren't discounting the fact that if now that Sharad Pawar steps down, there would be a factional war in NCP with Supriya Sule camp and the Ajit Pawar camp, because Ajit Pawar is a sort of a mass leader who has a lot of support on the ground. So you know there would be a factional fight in the NCP, and it would directly or indirectly impact Mahavikas Aghadi, which could sort of create a which would sort of impact the 2024 elections as well. So this 1 year is going to be very, very interesting in the political landscape of Maharashtra, and then in the next few days till the next NCP chief is decided and the next course of action is decided, Suesha, it would be very interesting to see how these developments pan out. And Suesha, you know, we also had a reaction coming in from Uddhav camp's Sanjay Raut, who has previously also held a lot of meetings with Sharad Pawar. So let's listen into what he said about Sharad Pawar's decision to step down as the party chief.
Absolutely, Sanika, important to listen in to what Sanjay Raut has said as far as this particular decision is concerned, because he has also been pushing the very idea that this in no way affects the future of the Mahavikas Aghadi.
पवार साहब का इस्तीफा ये देश की राजनीति में जब एक बड़ी न्यूज़ है या धक्का है, लेकिन ये उनके पार्टी का भी एक अंदरूनी मामला है। उनके पार्टी में क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है वो लोग तय करेंगे, लेकिन जब शरद पवार साहब के बारे में इस प्रकार का कोई निर्णय आता है तो जरूर महाराष्ट्र और देश के राजनीति में खलबली मच जाती है। आने वाले दिनों में क्या होगा हम तय करेंगे। हम पूरी घटना के ऊपर हमारी नजर है।
And time now to take a quick check of the other top stories we are tracking this morning as Operation Kaveri goes on in full swing. The 12th outbound flight departs from Jeddah. Amid the Sudan clashes, MEA spokesperson Arindam Bagchi tweeted that 231 passengers are now heading to Mumbai. BJP workers staged protests calling for a 12-hour bandh over the alleged kidnapping and murder of BJP worker booth president Vijay Krishna Bhunia in Moina. Tires were also burnt and a sit-in dharna that was staged. A portion of a road in Delhi's Kharge Khas caved in early morning. The incident has affected the traffic hours on the busy road. Wife of Indian cricket team player Mohammad Shami moved the top court against the Calcutta High Court order, which had dismissed her plea seeking to lift stay on the arrest warrant against Shami by issuing, I beg your pardon, that was issued by a local court.
दादा आप बनेंगे क्या? आप पार्टी प्रेसिडेंट का चार्ज लेंगे? दादा आप पार्टी प्रेसिडेंट का चार्ज लेंगे क्या? हो गया हो गया। वार वार अरे चल रहे।
All right, so we are getting you details there as our team's trying to get a statement from Ajit Pawar, where remember the meeting is set to begin in about 15 minutes from now. Sharad Pawar has set up an 18-member committee of party leaders to select his successor. Republic has accessed the list of the committee names that have been formed by Sharad Pawar. Sanika, I quickly want to come to you over who all are a part of this list and how balanced it is depending on an Ajit Pawar faction, a Supriya Sule faction, and really which leaders favored the most? Alright, not too sure if Sanika can hear me at this point, but yes, as we are telling you, Republic has been able to access this list of the committee names that have been formed by Sharad Pawar. Important to note here that Sharad Pawar himself has chosen these 18 leaders to decide upon who his successor will be. That comprises of Ajit Pawar, Supriya Sule, Jayant Patil, Dilip Valse Patil, Chhagan Bhujbal, Praful Patel, Jaidev Gaikwad, Anil Deshmukh, Rajesh Tope, Jitendra Avhad, Hassan Mushrif, Dhananjay Munde, Sunil Tatkare, Fauzia Khan, KK Sharma, Dheeraj Sharma, PC Chako and Sonia Duhan. These are the 18 members that have been chosen by Sharad Pawar himself to decide on who his successor will be. Sanika, reading out the full list as Republic has been able to access who all comprise of the committee. Important now to understand how the matter will proceed.
Yes, and you know what, we had these latest images also coming in of Ajit Pawar reaching the YB Chavan Centre just minutes before the meeting, 15 minutes to go for this meeting that is going to take place of this committee under the guidance of Sharad Pawar. And this is an 18-member committee that has been formed by Sharad Pawar himself, handpicked by Sharad Pawar, these 18 members, these 18 leaders who would choose who the next party president would be. The list comprises of Ajit Pawar, Supriya Sule, Jayant Patil, Dilip Valse Patil, Chhagan Bhujbal, Praful Patel, Jaidev Gaikwad, Anil Deshmukh, Rajesh Tope, Jitendra Avhad, Hassan Mushrif, Dhananjay Munde, Sunil Tatkare, Fauzia Khan, KK Sharma, Dheeraj Sharma, PC Chako and Sonia Duhan. So these are the NCP leaders who were also present in the meeting yesterday, who were also in fact on stage with Sharad Pawar yesterday when he announced his resignation, and who were trying to assuage the workers who were protesting yesterday. These 18 members are going to be present at YB Chavan Centre. In a few minutes from now, leaders have already started trickling in there, and they're going to be part of this meeting that Sharad Pawar is holding to choose the next party president. In fact, yesterday when Sharad Pawar announced his decision, all the leaders said that they were taken by surprise with this announcement. But soon after, we also heard statements from Ajit Pawar, Praful Patel, that we must accept Sharad Pawar's decision. There will be a committee that will be formed to choose who the next party president would be. And initially we were told that this committee would definitely comprise of Ajit Pawar, Supriya Sule and Praful Patel, because these three were the leaders who were taking the lead yesterday, and Jayant Patil as well. Now we have the complete list of the 18 members who are part of this committee formed by Sharad Pawar, handpicked by Sharad Pawar, who would be meeting today. This would be their first meeting in the direction of choosing the next NCP chief. Just repeating the names of the leaders who are going to be part of it. Part of the meeting today: Ajit Pawar, Supriya Sule, Jayant Patil, Dilip Valse Patil, Chhagan Bhujbal, Praful Patel, Jaidev Gaikwad, Anil Deshmukh, Rajesh Tope, Jitendra Avhad, Hassan Mushrif, Dhananjay Munde, Sunil Tatkare, Fauzia Khan, KK Sharma, Dheeraj Sharma, PC Chako and Sonia Duhan. They are going to be present at the YB Chavan Centre in a short while from now, holding this meeting under Sharad Pawar's patronage to decide who the next party president would be. You know what now, Suesha, the entire drama would be shifting from Sharad Pawar's resignation to probably who the next party president would be, because we're expecting lobbying from all sides. The front runners for the position of NCP president would definitely be Ajit Pawar, Supriya Sule and Praful Patel is what we are getting to know. In fact, yesterday when Ajit Pawar was asked a question on camera, he said that I wouldn't want to be the next president of the NCP, but behind the scenes we're getting to know that Ajit Pawar would definitely want to be at the helm of NCP, because he holds that sort of a clout in NCP among the cadres at the grassroots level as well. So while Ajit Pawar is mostly seen as a leader who has been sort of rallying the entire cadre in Maharashtra. Supriya Sule is more of a national figure for the NCP is what we are getting to know. And you know what, we will continue to get more news and updates. Alisha is continuing to get it to us. Over to you, Suesha.
Yes. Sanika, do stay on with us. Let's also get a sense of the action that is underway outside the YB Chavan Center, from where Sandeep is also joining us. As we understand that in under 10 minutes from now, the meeting is all set to start. Over to you, Sandeep. What's happening there?
So yes, a crucial meeting is underway. In fact, at YB Chavan Center, Sharad Pawar, who had resigned yesterday, and in fact, all the senior party leaders, including Praful Patel, including Supriya Sule, including PC Chako, Hemant Patel, Balasaheb Patel, all of them are in fact present out here at YB Chavan Center. Remember, yesterday also a crucial meeting took place at Silver Oak, the residence of Sharad Pawar, wherein these senior leadership of NCP tried convincing Sharad Pawar to withdraw the decision. But at this point of time, right at YB Chavan Center, remember the two candidates of party president, the two party candidates who are running up front in this very race for party president post is Ajit Pawar and Supriya Sule. So the tussle between the cousins are in fact very much into the light, but it will be very much crucial to see what would this very committee decide over the party president post, whether it will be Supriya Sule
Sandeep,
or Ajit Pawar.
Sure, as you're watching it live, our viewers would be very interested to see who all are the leaders who are arriving at the YB Chavan Center. If you could pan your cameras and also give us a sense of the action that is underway at that very center.
See, at this is the very YB Chavan Center. On the fourth floor of this YB Chavan Center, there is Sharad Pawar's office, where in that very crucial meeting is in fact underway. Be it Praful Patel, be it Ajit Pawar, be it Supriya Sule, PC Chako has in fact arrived here, who belongs to another state, but as he is an NCP member, he has in fact arrived out here at YB Chavan Center. Apart from that, senior leaders like Hassan Mushrif, Balasaheb Patel, they are also out here. So definitely this is the political power point wherein Sharad Pawar has been operating since decades. So this is the very place wherein the decision over party president will be in fact taken. So far it is not yet clear whether it will be someone from the Pawar family or from anyone else from the party. But yes, the two big names that are running ahead in the discussion is Supriya Sule and Ajit Pawar. Although maximum leaders within the party wants Sharad Pawar to be the party president, to continue as the party president. But yes, it will be the committee. And in fact, what we've been told by our sources, that Sharad Pawar is firm on his decision. Sharad Pawar is not in fact willing to change his decision to withdraw the party president that resignation. So definitely it will be very much crucial to see what would be the next course of action, whether there will be a consensus on one person's name. So it will be, it is still a suspense. It is in fact still a suspense who will be the next party president out here.
All right, Sandeep, many thanks for getting us those details. We'll keep coming back to you. Important decision to be made in that meeting of not just who will take over and lead the NCP, but really to match up to Sharad Pawar's shoes is going to be a huge responsibility. On that note, a short commercial break and a quick check of the other big stories we're tracking for you this morning. Prime Minister back on campaign trail in Karnataka as 3 rallies are scheduled for the day. And DK Shivkumar has made his CM aspiration amply clear, asking who doesn't aspire to do the same in politics.
2016 में जब मैं देशवासियों से कहता था आपकी उंगली पर आपकी बैंक होगी, तो ये लोग मेरा मजाक उड़ाते थे। मोदी जी बताइए, गरीब आलू टमाटर डिजिटली कैसे खरीदेगा? आज आप देखिए, आपकी फिल्म सिटी में भी चाय की दुकान से लेकर लिट्टी चोखे के ठेले तक डिजिटल पेमेंट हो रहा है या नहीं? फाइव जी का रोल आउट हुआ है। हम दुनिया में सबसे तेज गति से आगे बढ़े हैं। 5G को लेकर भारत ने जो तेजी दिखाई है, जिस तरह अपनी खुद की टेक्नोलॉजी विकसित की है, उसकी पूरी दुनिया में चर्चा हो रही है।
Mr. Vaishnav, how soon can we change all the trains in the country? Why do we need bullet trains? Why do we need fast trains at all? That's a transformation. So from tinkering to transformation, tell me what really has changed and what is changing.
Today, Railway's thought process, Railway's mindset is only and only about performance, only and only about meeting people's expectations, only and only about transforming the economy. Our Prime Minister really thinks that India will become a superpower, and he believes that if we lay the foundation right, then the country will be in the right direction.
हमने सत्ता के माइंडसेट को भी बदला है। हम सेवा का माइंडसेट लेकर आए हैं। हमने गरीब कल्याण को अपना माध्यम बनाया है। हमने तुष्टीकरण नहीं, संतुष्टीकरण को अपना आधार बनाया है। इस अप्रोच ने देश के गरीब और मध्यम वर्ग के लिए सुरक्षा का कवच का निर्माण कर दिया है। भ्रष्टाचारियों का कितना भी बड़ा गठजोड़ क्यों ना बना ले, सारे भ्रष्टाचारी एक ही मंच पे आ जाए, सारे परिवारवादी एक ही जगह पे आ जाए, लेकिन मोदी अपने रास्ते से लौटने वाला नहीं। भ्रष्टाचार और परिवारवाद के खिलाफ मेरी लड़ाई जारी रहेगी दोस्तों, और मैं देश को इन चीजों से मुक्त कराने के लिए प्रण लेकर के निकला हुआ इंसान हूँ। मुझे आपके आशीर्वाद चाहिए। साथियों, आज देश में जो बदलाव आ रहा है, उसकी दिशा क्या है, इसको मापने का एक तरीका है अर्थव्यवस्था के विकास और विस्तार की गति। भारत को $1 ट्रिलियन की अर्थव्यवस्था बनने में लगभग 60 साल लगे। 2014 तक हम लोग किसी तरह $2 ट्रिलियन के मार्ग तक पहुंच पाए, यानी 7 दशक में $2 ट्रिलियन की अर्थव्यवस्था। लेकिन आज हमारी सरकार के 9 वर्ष बाद भारत आज लगभग $3.5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी वाला देश है। डबल इंजन सरकार ने अन्न, आश्रय और अक्षरा के लिए काम किया।
घबराओ मत मोदी जी, हिम्मत रखनी पड़ती है, आगे बढ़ना पड़ता है।
इस बार कर्नाटका में भी ये गाली का जवाब वोट से दिया जाएगा।
तो ये लिस्ट है कि मोदी जी को कितनी बार किसने गाली दी है।
Now, the Supreme Court has refused to entertain writ petitions filed against the controversial movie The Kerala Story, and has granted, in fact, liberty to the petitioners to move the Kerala High Court instead.
Do remember that there is already a similar petition that is pending in the Kerala High Court against the film. We are told that a bench led by the CJI gave liberty to the petitioners to seek a hearing in the High Court before the scheduled date of release of the film, that is the 5th of May. Sambhav has more details on this. Sambhav, give us more details in terms of what happened in court. Sambhav, can you hear me? All right, I don't think we've got Sambhav on this yet. But what we know as of now is the Supreme Court has refused to entertain writ petitions filed against the controversial film The Kerala Story, and it has granted liberty to petitioners to move the Kerala High Court. Now, there is a similar petition that is already pending in the Kerala High Court over this. To remember that several organizations are asking for a ban on the film and essentially asking for it not to be released. I think we've got Sambhav back with us. Sambhav, give us more details of what took place in court today.
Well, another effort was made in the top court of the country in regarding the banning of this movie, The Kerala Story. Today, the Supreme Court has categorically disposed of the petition by granting the petitioner, that is today Jamiyat Ulema-e-Hind. The Supreme Court has granted liberty to approach the respective High Court and disposed of the petition from the Supreme Court. This was the petition seeking the ban on the screening of this movie called The Kerala Story, and it was mentioned today in the top court by Jamiyat Ulema-e-Hind. And apart from it, CJI Chief Justice of India also said that under Article 32 of Indian Constitution, you cannot, it cannot be a remedy in every case.
All right.
Speaking of this petition, yes.
All right, Sambhav joining us on the broadcast. Thank you very much. So essentially, this is being seen as relief for the film makers of the Kerala Story. The Supreme Court making it extremely clear that the Supreme Court cannot be interfering in matters like this. The petitioners now have been asked to go to the High Court instead. Well, Income Tax Department sleuths have seized about 1 crore rupees in cash in Mysuru. Reports suggest that this money was hidden in a box on the top of a tree. IT sleuths raided the house of Subramania Rai in Mysuru. He's the brother of Puttur Congress candidate Ashok Kumar Rai. He hid the money in a box on a tree. IT officials continue their search and investigation. So those are pictures of a Congress Neta's brother's home, which has been raided. We are told that this money was found in a bag and it was hidden on top of a tree. Prajwal, I think, has more details on this. Prajwal, tell us more in terms of what really happened. We are told that the IT department was conducting raids when they came across this.
Yes, absolutely, because this particular incident has now come to light from Mysuru city itself, and the IT sleuths, a team of 5 officials, raided the house of Subramania Rai, who's the brother of Ashok Kumar Rai, who's the Puttur Congress candidate as well. And once they had raided the house, they started searching inside the premises of the house, and they were quite shocked as well, because in one of the videos we can clearly see that the income tax sleuth is questioning the relative of Subramania Rai here, asking as to how this particular money has come in and who has kept it here as well, because we need to understand at this point of time there are checkposts which has been set up across all the districts, all the 31 districts in Karnataka, and it is shocking that such a huge amount has been moved, if it has been moved as well, because the source of income is now under question too, and therefore the income tax sleuths have gone ahead and raided, and this was based on a tip-off as well. And what is very surprising over here is the sort of packing which was done too, because the details are being now going on the box stating that this particular box was designed as a carton box for transporting mangoes, and amidst this they had packed it and they had hid it in the bonsai garden outside, right inside the premises of the house as well. At this point of time, Subramania Rai was not present for questioning, but it is now being understood that he too has been summoned here, and now they are questioning as to where was this huge, what was the source of income for this cash, or where was this cash brought from as well. Apart from which they're also looking at whether there has been any transportation of money from Puttur, which is in Mangalore, to Mysore as well, because we need to understand that this is in coastal Karnataka. The candidate is from coastal Karnataka, but this particular, the Mysore, it's in the old Mysore region as well. So if it was transported, how was it transported as well? Because majority of the domination of the notes which has been seized, currency notes which has been seized, is of 2,000 rupees denominations as well. So they have made sure that this was only in 2 carton boxes which was there, because they were carrying a huge amount of money, but also in high dominations, to make sure that it was transported only in 2 boxes. As of now, the IT sleuths are still going ahead and conducting investigations in Mysuru, at which point of time they have stated that they will only go ahead and speak about it after they get the complete details too. And in this particular regard now, it is being understood that the IT department will also go ahead and question the Puttur Congress candidate over here, Ashok Kumar Rai too. So we will need to go ahead and find out as to where was the source of income, and if what was the source of income, has there been any relevant documents which has been provided to the IT department at this point of time.
Now, Prajwal, thank you for joining us on this, but I think we've got more news coming in, so stay with us for that. Well, the Vijayanagar Bajrang Dal district unit in Bengaluru is staging protests against the Congress's manifesto. Do remember that the Congress in its manifesto yesterday had said that they would look at various steps to essentially ban the Bajrang Dal. Let's go across to Prajwal on this one as well. Prajwal, give us more details about this.
Now we get to understand that Shashi, who is the unit in charge for the VHP in South Bengaluru, has launched this protest against the Congress, and he has stated that the protest will take place across all the assembly constituencies, that is the 224 assembly constituencies in Karnataka, because they are stating that the Congress in its manifesto has promised an outright ban. But on the other side, if you look at the Congress manifesto, they have stated that if any members of the organization and the organization in itself is going ahead and taking part in any sort of unlawful activities, and if they are trying to incite communal hatred and also trying to incite 2 communities against each other, only then action will be taken against. But the BJP as well as the pro-Hindu organizations had also come out and lashed out against the Congress, stating that this was totally uncalled for, and the Congress is trying to go ahead and appease the minorities. And in this regard, they have equated Bajrang Dal on the same lines of the PFI as well, because the PFI is already a banned outfit too, but why are they linking us to a terror organization is something which the Bajrang Dal members are questioning. And they have also stated that on the 10th of May, they will also be giving a befitting reply to the Congress too, because somewhere they are stating that the Congress is anti-Hindu in nature too. So this is the sort of comments and statements that is coming in from the Bajrang Dal, and they are also alleging the fact that the Congress is first it was against Lord Ram, and then now they are against the followers of Lord Hanuman as well. And this shows that the Congress has never supported the Hindus in the state of Karnataka, and this will definitely go ahead and become a huge talking point in the upcoming assembly elections, because of the votes of the Hindus considerably is quite high in Karnataka. So we'll need to go ahead and see as to how the Congress goes on and tackles it, because the Congress has been issuing clarifications, but somewhat the pro-Hindu organizations are demanding that this should be completely removed from the manifesto too.
All right. Thank you for the moment, Prajwal, for joining us. In fact, let's listen in to some reactions that we are getting for the BJP on the Congress Party's manifesto, which clearly talks about placing a ban on the Bajrang Dal.
कांग्रेस की मती मारी गई है वोट बैंक की राजनीति में, और इसीलिए जो कल कांग्रेस पार्टी ने किया है दरअसल उनका मैनिफेस्टो नहीं, ये ऐसे लगता है मानो पीएफआई का या मुस्लिम लीग का एक मैनिफेस्टो कार्ड इन्होंने जारी किया है। और जिस प्रकार से तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति पर कांग्रेस पार्टी उतर आई है, पहले प्रधानमंत्री जी को गाली गलौज करना, आज वोट बैंक की राजनीति में कभी ये कह देना कि वो धार्मिक आधार पर आरक्षण को फिर से बहाल करेंगे, कभी कहना कि एंटी कन्वर्जन लॉ और एंटी काउ स्लॉटर लॉ इसको हटाकर गौ हत्या की और धर्मांतरण की खुली छूट दे देंगे। फिर जिस प्रकार से कांग्रेस पार्टी ने खुलेआम एसडीपीआई के साथ गठबंधन के लिए ऑफर दिया है, चाहे एमबी पाटिल हो, चाहे जी परमेश्वर हो, और आज कांग्रेस पार्टी जिस प्रकार से, क्योंकि पीएफआई पर तो प्रतिबंध लग गया, अब पीएफआई पर और क्या प्रतिबंध लगाएंगे वो लोग जिन्होंने 175 केस पीएफआई के वापस ले लिए सिद्धरामैया जी की सरकार में। तो उसके साथ तुलना करना उन लोगों की जो जय बजरंग बली बोलते हैं और एक धमकी देना कि यदि आप जय बजरंग बली कहते हैं तो आपको जेल में डाल दिया जाएगा, तो ये तो कांग्रेस का पुराना इतिहास है। पहले इन्होंने राम भक्तों के ऊपर किस प्रकार की साजिशें रची, राम लला को लॉक के पीछे रखा, राम मंदिर की भूमि पूजन के खिलाफ काले कपड़े पहनकर काली मंशा के साथ इन्होंने विरोध किया, और आज ये बजरंग बली के भी विरोध में उतर आए हैं, बजरंग बली के लिए जय बोलने वाले लोगों के भी विरोध में उतर आए हैं। इसका प्रमाण सामने आ चुका है कांग्रेस पार्टी की हिंदू विरोधी सोच, चाहे वो हिंदू टेरर कहना हो, सैफरन टेरर कहना हो, चाहे हिंदुत्व आईसिस या बोको हराम की तरह होता है ये कहना हो, श्री राम का कोई अस्तित्व नहीं होता है, इस प्रकार की बातें जो कांग्रेस का डीएनए बन चुकी है, आज उसका फिर से प्रमाण मिला है उनके इस मुस्लिम लीग वाले मैनिफेस्टो में।
Congress manifesto, we saw one more thing. Congress equated Bajrang Dal with PFI. They said that the organization which was spreading hatred and enmity, they will ban it.
Madam, Congress is desperate. They know they are losing in Karnataka. Therefore, they are trying to polarize the elections by making it a Hindu versus Muslim election.
Right, pictures on your screen right now are coming to you from Jantar Mantar, where we are given to understand that PT Usha is meeting the wrestlers. To remember that the wrestlers have been protesting at the Jantar Mantar for several days now. They want the WFI chief essentially to step down. Let's go across to Madhurima, who's joining us on the broadcast right now. Madhurima, we see the IOA chief PT Usha at the Jantar Mantar. She's talking to the wrestlers. One would presume these are assurances that are coming from her, or perhaps, a message from the WFI. Tell us more, please.
Well, if we talk about this visit, it was not in the charts, and it was quite unexpected that the chief of the Indian Olympic Association has arrived here at Jantar Mantar. Now, what needs to be seen here is that whether any sort of solution is derived from this entire visit, because remember that PT Usha was not very pleased with this entire protest and had referred it to as indisciplined protest and an indisciplined effort. As she said, that the law is taking its course. Now we have to wait and watch, Nupur, as to what really happens, because PT Usha is here, and of course the wrestlers have made it abundantly clear that what do they want and what they don't want, and they have highlighted the fact, even at the time when she had called this entire protest indiscipline, Bajrang Punia had also come out and said that she's disappointed because she is an icon for the wrestlers as well. But let's see that what are the negotiations that are going to be, going to be carried out between PT Usha and the protesting wrestlers, because the amount of political support that has been pouring in from Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal to multiple Delhi Chief Ministers, ministers have already come in here. Then we had Dipender Hooda also coming in, Rakesh Tikait also coming in. So this is taking a political turn, which is not, adding on to a very good persona for the government as well. And with Asian tournaments around the corner, it would be an effort of the government to send the best players representing the country, Nupur. So we have to just wait and watch and see as to what really comes out of
Right, absolutely. As you're pointing out, Madhurima, we'll have to wait and watch whether anything really comes out of this meeting or not. To remember, earlier on, PT Usha had slammed the wrestlers and said that this protest is indiscipline. And coming up next, the Prime Minister is on the campaign trail in Karnataka. We bring you details. And DK Shivakumar makes his chief ministerial aspirations clear.
जब हर एक भारतीय की शक्ति लगेगी, हर एक भारतीय का परिश्रम लगेगा, विकसित भारत का सपना भी हम जल्द से जल्द पूरा कर पाएंगे। मुझे विश्वास है कि इसी भावना को रिपब्लिक नेटवर्क भी निरंतर सशक्त करता रहेगा। और अब तो अर्नब ने बता भी दिया है, वो ग्लोबली जा रहे हैं। भारत की आवाज को एक नई ताकत मिलेगी। मेरी उनको भी बहुत शुभकामना है। इतना बड़ा काम ऐसे ही नहीं हुआ है तो इसके लिए पहले आधार को संवैधानिक दर्जा दिया गया। 45 करोड़ से अधिक जनधन बैंक खाते मिशन मोड पर खोले गए। अभी तक 28 लाख करोड़ रुपए डीबीटी से करोड़ों लाभार्थियों तक पहुंचाए गए। डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफर, कोई बिचौलिया नहीं, कोई कटकी कंपनी नहीं, कोई काली कमाई करने वाले लोग नहीं। और डीबीटी का सीधा सीधा मतलब है डीबीटी यानी कमीशन बंद, लीकेज बंद। इस एक व्यवस्था से ही दर्जनों योजनाओं कार्यक्रमों में ट्रांसपेरेंसी आ गई।
You're now a part of the Narendra Modi-led present-day government. How do you see the different styles of functioning? And do you think that the style of governance is what leads us to this track on transformation?
The capability, expertise and the attention to detail, that insistence has been there with Prime Minister Modi. In 9 years, Prime Minister Modi has built 74 additional airports, heliports and waterports. We've doubled it to 148. But our ambition does not stop there. In the next 5 years, we will take that number to upwards of 200 in our country.
What are the thresholds of transformation? What must be continually transformed as an individual, as a society, as a country to stay relevant? We are talking about civilizational reawakening. What does transformation mean?
Look, change is an order of the world. Everything has to change. If anything doesn't change and if it gets stagnant, then you have to see that something is not right there. But change towards the better, we call transformation. So the baseline for transformation is physical, mental, emotional and spiritual comfort.
अब जो मैं बताने जा रहा हूं वो जानकर रिपब्लिक टीवी के दर्शकों को भी जरूर अच्छा लगेगा। आपको याद होगा 2019 में इसी रिपब्लिक समिट में मैंने कहा था कि पीएम आवास योजना के तहत हमने 5 साल में 1.5 करोड़ परिवारों को घर दिया है। अब यह आंकड़ा बढ़कर 3.25 करोड़ से ज्यादा हो चुका है। इनमें से ज्यादातर घर, उसका मालिकाना हक हमारी माताओं बहनों के नाम पर है। करोड़ों गरीब बहनें, मैं आज बड़े संतोष से कहता हूं, लखपति दीदी बनी। ट्वेंटी 2014 से पहले मनरेगा को लेकर कितनी संदेश फैलाने वाले सभी मठों, तीर्थंकरों और संतों को श्रद्धापूर्वक नमन करता हूं।